Hi there, this is Sam of Core Yoga. Today I'm going to take you through our Vinyasa Flow Yin Yang practice, and really the theme of the practice today is to be here now. So I really want you to have this practice as an opportunity to get into the body and the breath and the mind and be really present for the next 60 minutes, to allow us to just to let go of the craziness that is happening in the world around us right now. So you're maybe gonna be needing a block or a book or something to elevate the floor. If you know you're pretty tight in your hamstrings, then this will be pretty helpful. I'm just going to pop it to one side for now. We're going to start the practice lying down on our backs and just take a few minutes to arrive into the body, start to mobilize the body and get moving, and then we'll come into a more stronger standing practice. Bring the feet mat distance apart, the knees together, the hands on the belly, and allow the whole body a few moments to soften and settle. And so just take this opportunity to start to draw your attention closer. And maybe this is the first time today you've taken the opportunity to really feel the physical body, to really notice the breath. And maybe this is the first time today you've had an opportunity to press pause. And so noticing how the physical body is feeling and looking for the good stuff as well as the tightness and the constriction that I often guide you towards. And then allow the belly to be soft underneath your hands and allow the belly to rise and fall as the breath flows in and out. And then allowing the mind to be drawn away from the everyday stresses and strains and be drawn internally. So at any stage in the practice today, if you feel your mind wandering, try closing your eyes and reconnecting with the breath and the body and seeing how that can allow that mind to soften a little bit. Just separate the knees, keep the feet where they are. We'll just start to move and mobilize. Take the arms out to the sides, drop the knees to the right, look over the left. And then just move the legs exactly the same but in the other direction. So you're just moving from side to side. There's no real kind of synchronization of movement and breath just yet. We'll get there as we get into our sun salutations. So we're just really taking this opportunity to get into our bodies, to feel the sensations in our bodies, both good and tense. Nice. And then next time you drop your knees to the left, look over to the right. That's the last time. Slowly bring your knees back to the center, your hands by your sides, and draw your right knee in towards your chest. Extend your left leg away from you. And a few times, just like that, left knee into chest, right leg extends away, nice. And so we're just starting to fire up subtly and softly the muscles in the belly and the front of the thighs, but also kind of just move and mobilize the body. Good. And so the next time you extend your right leg, that'll be your last one. And then from there, hug both knees in towards your chest and just take a little rock from side to side. So just feeling the mat or the floor massaging into your lower back space, maybe into your mid back space as you rock from side to side. And then come to stillness, hands on the knees, taking the knees in 2 different directions. So you're just going to rotate this femur bone within the hip socket. Nice. And then swap the rotation of those knees. So that we're just drawing circles with our knees. And we're just moving the femur bones nicely, creating some fluidity, creating some hydration within that hip socket. And then come back to the stillness, bring the left foot to the floor, the right ankle to the thigh, and guide the right knee away from you. Draw the left knee towards you, take behind the thigh, and a little rock from side to side here also. So just rocking in and out of this glute stretch. You have the option to keep the left foot on the floor if that feels better for your body. Nice. And then come to stillness. Return the left leg to the floor. Extend the right leg up to the sky and take behind the thigh. Just take a moment here, slowly drawing the toes towards the shin, and then slowly pointing the toes towards the sky. So just drawing toes to shin and pointing the toes to the sky. Just a couple more times like that, just noticing the sensations in your body. Are you feeling tight and congested around these feet, these ankles, these lower legs? And then taking that same foot but making circles, going one way 3 times and then the other way 3 times. Good. And then slowly bring that left foot to the floor, bring the right foot to the floor, left ankle to the right thigh. Draw the right knee towards you or keep the right foot on the floor. Take the bind if it's accessible and a little rock from side to side here too. So really just taking the time to feel a sense of movement of the lower limbs, and then we'll get a little bit into the shoulders and the arms in a moment. Nice. And then coming to stillness, bring the right foot to the floor and the left leg up to the sky, take behind the left thigh. So make sure the back of the pelvis is nicely grounded towards the floor. Draw the left toes towards the shins and then slowly point the toes up to the sky. So we're drawing the left toes towards the shins to get a decent stretch in the back of the leg, and then we're pointing toes towards the sky, and you might feel that stretch in the front of the ankle. Nice. And then one more, pointing those toes to the sky. Bring your foot back to flex, and then just take 3 nice mindful circles of the foot one way, and then 3 nice mindful circles of the foot the other way. Then slowly bring both knees in towards your chest. Take the hands underneath your knees. And then from here, we're just going to rock forwards and backwards. So a couple of times, or 3 or 4 times, sorry, just rocking up and down the spine. Just feeling a sense of massage along the muscles either side of that spine. And then come to sit in a cross-legged position. From here, just bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers to make a fist. We've got a bit of this in the practice today. Draw the hands down towards the mat and then just lift them as high as they go. So depending on the size of our scapula, of our shoulder blades, will depend on how high we're able to take these arms. Also, what will play a part is the tightness and tension in the front of the shoulders here too. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, tuck the chin, push the shoulder blades away from you, hug your navel towards your spine. Lovely. So take a breath into the back of the shoulders here and feel a nice stretch into the back of the shoulders. And then exhale, bring the hands by your side. This time a little side stretch. Inhale, right hand past the right ear as you take lateral flexion to the left. And then exhale, just hold here for a breath or so. And then inhale back to the center, and then exhale to the other side. So just a breath or so on each side, just opening up this side body here. Good. And then coming all the way way back to the center. Bring your hands behind you, feet to the floor. Push yourself up onto your toes, so you're in a crouched position. And then from here, just take a lovely deep inhalation breath. As you slowly lift the hips, draw the heels to the floor, allow the head to hang heavy, take ragdoll. A little moment, rocking the ragdoll from side to side. Lovely. And then coming to release the arms, take a breath in, press the hands into the shins and slowly elongate that spine. As you exhale, allow the head to draw back towards the floor in your forward fold. Next breath, we're going to inhale, take the hands forward or wide, and lift the thumbs up to the sky, look up. Then exhale, palms together in the heart space. And into our sun salutations. 2 halves to begin with. Inhale, feel the breath with the movement. Exhale, soften the knees and fold forwards. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands up, lift up and look up. Exhale, soften the knees all the way back to the floor. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward you fold. Inhale, reach up, lift up and look up. And exhale, palms together in the heart space. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, feel the feet, lift the fingers. Exhale, draw the navel in, lift the sit bones. Inhale, lengthen the spine, open the chest. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. Take a breath or 3 here in this plank. So feel the floor and push it away from you. Feel that sense of engagement through the whole body. This sense of breath within the body. Then exhale, knees, thighs and belly down to the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. Hold this here for a moment. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. Press the fingertips into the mat. And like you're trying to draw the hands back to the waist, feel that sense of pull to create an activation in the back of those shoulders. And then exhale, all fours, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. From here in your downward facing dog, feel what you feel in your physical body and make adjustments that feel good in your body. So that may well be to create a nice deep bend in the knees. That may well be to push the floor away from you with your hands or to relax the back of the neck. As you exhale your next breath, bend your knees and look to your thumbs. Step or jump your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky and look up. And exhale, palms together. Into Anjaneyasana lunge sequence, but with some additional pauses within the salutation. Inhale, reach your hands to the sky and look up. Exhale, soften the knees and fold forwards. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers, inhale, straighten the arms as straight as they'll go. And then exhale, allow the head and the hands to draw towards the floor. Stay here 2 more breaths, feel the breath, travel it into the body. Allow the physical body to accept this space and to move softly and slowly within this space. As you inhale your next breath, bend your knees, bring the hands to the floor. Exhale, hold it here. Inhale, press your hands into your shins and halfway you lift. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down. Inhale, interlaced hands, open the chest, draw the hands down. Squeeze the inner thighs, feel the back body. And then as you inhale, slowly raise your left heel from the floor. Stay stable by feeling the sensation of body and breath and being here now. As you exhale, slowly bring that left heel back to the floor. Hands down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, travel the shoulders forward, high plank. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, here. Then exhale, knees, thighs and belly to the floor. Just your upper body, interlace the fingers. Inhale, half locust. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to that left thumb, that right thumb. And exhale, step the right foot forward, drop the left knee. Inhale, hands behind you, interlaced. Find your way into this variation of Anjaneyasana lunge. Feel the sense of the whole body connected. Feel the breath moving evenly and slowly within the body. And then inhale, raising that right heel from the floor. Feeling how that may be challenging your stability and staying with the body and the breath. And as you exhale, slowly bring that heel down, bring the hands down, step the left foot forward. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward you fold. Inhale, reach the hands up, look up, stay here. Turn the palms to face the front, make fists. Like you're doing a big pull up, elbows draw out to the sides. And then inhale to release it. So exhale like you're doing a big pull up, feel the back of the shoulders. And then inhale to release. One more like that. Exhale, feel that sense of activation in the back of the shoulders. Inhale, lift the hands high. Exhale, soften the knees and fold forwards. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, left foot steps back, left knee to the floor. Inhale, reach the hands up, turn the palms, make fists. And exhale, draw the elbows out to the side, hold it here. Imagine you're pushing your elbows down into something, and that is pushing back into those elbows. And then slowly as you inhale, raise your right heel off the floor. Exhale, bring the right heel down, release the hands, bring the hands to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, travel forwards to high plank. One breath here, exhale, hold it. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, knees, thighs and belly down to the floor, hands in front of you. Make fists. Inhale, lift your head and your chest. Then exhale, draw those elbows out in line with the shoulders. Don't be tempted to look up for the back of the neck. Hold it here. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to the left thumb. Exhale, left foot forward, right knee to the floor. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, pull up arms. Feel that sense of control and activation in the back of the shoulders. Like you're trying to push your elbow down, but something's trying to push that elbow back. And then inhale, raise that left heel off the floor. Good, hold it there. Maintain your rhythm of breath. Then exhale, bring it down, hands down. Right foot steps forward and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward you fold. Inhale, reach the hands up, look up. And exhale, palms together in the heart space. Crescent lunge salutation. Inhale with a difference. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, right leg back, right knee stays lifted. Inhale, squeeze your right butt cheek, reach your hands up to the sky. Exhale, bring the palms down into the heart space. Open the arms and inhale, open the chest. Then exhale, bring the right elbow on top of the left arm, Garandasana arms. Take a breath here, stay stabilize. And then as you exhale, lift that left heel off the floor. Keep that breath, keep that control. Notice how this subtle movement helps us get even more into body, because if we lose it, we fall. Exhale, bring the hands down, bring the heel down, step back, plank. This time as you inhale in the plank, travel your shoulders forward. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, chaturanga. You inhale, push the floor away from you, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale a breath. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Keep the left knee lifted. Inhale, reach your hands up, high lunge. Exhale, bring the palms together in the heart space. Open the hands, inhale, squeeze and open the chest. Exhale, tuck the chin, left elbow on top of right, Garandasana. Stay here, stabilize. And then as you inhale your next breath, raise your right heel. And stay with it, be with body, be with breath. Nothing's bad, but nothing's overly good. I'm just right here now. As you exhale, bring the heel back down, release the hands down, step the left foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, forward you fold. Inhale, reach the hands up, look up. Exhale, soften and fold. Inhale, halfway you lift. Exhale, left foot back, left knee lifted. Inhale, reach your hands up to the sky. And exhale, palms together in the heart space. This time we bring the hands behind the back to grasp the forearms, the elbows, or to take reverse prayer. Wherever we find is right for our body, we stay there. And then inhale, raise that right heel off the floor and feel the difference in the pose. Be with the body and be with the breath. And as you exhale, bring the heel down, push the left leg, the left heel back and travel the body forwards. Good, and then release the hands to the floor, step the right foot back, high plank. As you inhale in your high plank, travel the weight forward, and as you exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. As you inhale, push the floor away from you, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look to your left thumb, and exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhale into crescent lunge. Exhale, palms together in the heart space. Hands behind you, wrists, elbows, reverse namaste. Hold it here. And then inhale, raise that left heel off the floor. Feel that calf working for you here. Notice how that acts as more stretch in your right hip flexor. And then stay with it. Exhale, left heel to the floor. Right leg straightens, torso draws forwards. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, release the hands. Step the right foot forward and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward to fold. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky and look up. And exhale, palms together. Feet together, knees together. Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, palms together in the heart space. We're not going far, we're inhaling here. And then exhaling, we're just taking a rotation to the right. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, rotation to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toe the feet hip distance apart. Take your first two fingers and take them between the first and the second toe, and then make like a hook underneath your toes. And then just like we might do a halfway lift, we just don't go as high.
Bend the knees as much as your body would like, and inhale, halfway lift, but don't go as high. Exhale, elbows out to the side, relax the back of the neck, Padangusthasana. Feel that big toe and push those fingers down to the floor. Feel that big toe and try and lift that big toe off the floor with those peace fingers. Feel the body and feel the breath. You'll notice the longer you stay here, the more the body accepts this space, the more it finds a sense of ease within the strength. Inhale, release the hands, press the hands onto the shins and halfway lift. Exhale, hands down and step back to plank. Take a breath in your plank, and then exhale forward and bend the knee, elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, push the floor away from you, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look to your right thumb. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, lift the right heel, draw the elbows out to the sides. So you're going to continue to move with your breath here. As you inhale, draw the elbows away from the front of your body. And as you exhale, bring your left elbow on top of right. Inhale, open up through the chest. Exhale to return. Good. One more like that. Inhale, open up. Feel the movement. Exhale, control it. Inhale, release the hands up. Exhale, heel down, hands down. Step back. High plank. Take a breath in. Now as you exhale, knees, thighs and belly this time down to the floor. Hands behind you, interlace them. Inhale, lift the legs this time, locust. Exhale, hands down, downward facing dog. So same leg steps forward, but just not quite as far. Exhale, extend the right foot forward, but just behind the hand. And then turn the back foot, press it into the floor at 45 degrees. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing, straighten both legs. Exhale, feel that length in the lower back. Inhale, open that chest. Exhale, send the hips back, keep the belly active, take the body forward, go as far as your body will allow. Now very often as I come into this pose, my body says stop quite early on. And then if I use my breath and feel my body and feel that sensation, then I can travel deeper into the pose. But what I want to avoid is I want to avoid rounding through that upper back. That's giving me nothing in the sense of control in my midsection, and it's giving me nothing in the sense of lengthening in the back of my legs. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend this right knee, hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, travel forwards to high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look at the left thumb. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, raise that left heel, elbows out to the side. Inhale, open the chest. This time, exhale, right elbows on top of left. So I'm inhaling to come out, and I'm exhaling to connect those elbows. One more like this. Inhale, open up, and exhale, elbow on top. Then inhale, release the hands, reach them high. Exhale, left heel down, lamb hands down. Step the left foot back, high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower knees, thighs and belly all the way to the floor this time. Hands behind you, hands, shoulders, feet lift. Inhale, bound locust. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look to your left hand, and as you exhale, step the left foot not quite as far as that left hand. Right foot grounds at 45 degrees, press into the floor, and inhale, come to stand. So both of your hips They're facing the front of the mat. If that's tricky for your body, you just make your legs wider. I like to come into this from a lunge stance because it keeps my feet lunge distance apart, but you can take them wider still too. Feel the length in the lower back. Inhale, open through the chest. Exhale, send the hips back so this pelvis can lift up and over the top of that femur bone. Remember, your body might go a long way or it might go a short way in the first instance. But what I'm doing is keeping this length in my back as I slowly accept this space, as I slowly allow the body to move a little deeper. Nice. And then inhale, bend the left knee, bring the hands to the floor. Exhale, this time step both feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward you fold. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky and look up. Exhale, palms together. Last yang standing sequence. Bring the knees together, the feet together. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, bring the right hand behind you, open the arms. Inhale, right hand back to the center. Exhale, left hand behind you, open the arms. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, forward fold. Heel to your feet, hip distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Padang-astasana or Padang-gustasana. So either take those two-piece fingers once again, or lift up your feet and slide your hands underneath your feet. Your toes want to tickle the back of the wrists, bend your knees as much as you need. And the inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale as you forward fold, allow the elbows to drop out to the side. So if you're on your hands, then you can see if you can raise these heels a little off the floor. Keep with your physical body and with your breath as you do that. They're not lifting high, they're just not pressing into the floor. And then as you exhale back onto the heels, release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, step back, plank. Inhale in your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the right foot forward, left foot grounded. Inhale into warrior two. Then bring the hands behind you again. Either grab the wrists, grab the elbows, or take reverse prayer. Whenever you find a pose that feels right for your shoulders, stay with it. As you inhale, straighten your right leg. And as you exhale, as though you're going to move into Trikonasana. And then inhale back, this time as though you're going to move into warrior reverse. And then exhale all the way back to the Trikonasana place. So you're going to inhale, bend the knee and come back into that reverse warrior position. And then you're going to exhale, push the floor away from you. Triangle. You're going to stay here, take a breath in, release the right hand to your shin, the left hand to the sky. Inhale a breath. Exhale. Stay here, one more breath. And then as you exhale, bend your right knee. This is where your block or your book might come in handy. Bring your fingertips to the floor. They're going to make like a cupcake shape on the inside edge of your left foot, your right foot. Inhale, those fingers can be on a block. Reach your left hand forward, open the chest. Nice. So from here, take a breath in, reach your left hand to the sky, and as you exhale, flip your left palm and bring it towards your right hip. Stay there, and then inhale, straighten your right leg as much as it will straighten. Then exhale, hold it here. Inhale, feel that sense of length in that right hamstring. And exhale, feel the rest of the body at the same time. Feel that breath as it flows around the body. And then exhale, bend that right knee. De-rotate the hands, bring the hands to the floor. Step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Locust variation now, inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Inhale, locust. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, left foot center of the mat, right foot grounds. Inhale into your warrior two. So take your arm variation. No single one is better than the other. It's just what feels best in your body. Take a breath in and a breath out. Stabilize your pose. And then inhale, straighten that left leg. And then exhale, take that body as though it's going to go into triangle. Then as you inhale, bend that left leg and take the body all the way back to reverse. Exhale, straighten the leg all the way back to triangle. Just moving in and out. Inhale, we don't have to go super far. Exhale, we don't have to go super fast. Stay here as you inhale, release that left hand. And then exhale, release the right hand up. Inhaling, Trikonasana. Exhaling. One more inhalation breath. And then exhale. Bend the left knee as you inhale, bring the left hand to the floor of the block. And then as you exhale, rotate that right arm, reach it forward. Side angle just for a breath, inhale. Exhale, right hand to the sky, flip the palm, bring the right hand towards the left hip. And then as you inhale your next breath, you're just straightening the left leg until it stops. Be really mindful of hamstrings here. So if your hamstrings are tight, you're going to have a bend in the knee, and that's totally okay. For example, also if the hamstrings are tight, you're likely to have a block underneath your hand. Take one more breath here, and then exhale, derotate. This time, bring your right foot forward, bend your knees and lift your heels. From here, take a breath, and then exhale, come all the way down to seated. So we're going to take a few yin poses now that really get into the front of the thigh, into the inner thighs. So just be mindful of your knee in these poses. So we're going to start with our legs so that they're not at our widest point, but they're wide, so we're feeling a little stretch in inner thigh. Then we're going to just pick up the right knee, so bend the right knee, grab the right foot, and bring it behind you. So your toes are pointing forward. I'm just going to show you around the other way so you can see this. So I'm bringing my foot behind me, and I might want a cushion underneath there if it feels a little uncomfortable. But I'm getting here a stretch in my quads. If that feels uncomfortable in your knee, then you're going to take it into Janu Shirshasana style, and you're going to bend the knee in the other direction. And that will feel a little less tight on the front of the leg, but you should release that tension in the knee. So wherever you choose to be, find that position. This is half shoelace variation. So from here, we're going to turn our chest towards the left leg, and we're just going to exhale to come forward. Remember in yin, we just come forward until the body stops. We don't push to get anywhere deep. And then let the head hang heavy. And allow the eyes to close. So it might take the body a few moments from that fiery practice to transition to yin, and that's okay. And just wherever you are, starting to draw your attention back into physical body and into breath. So you will feel tension and tightness in this space. That's totally okay. And it really helps to breathe the breath into that tension and tightness.
It really helps to use that out breath to let go. And slowly over the course of the next 45 seconds or so, the body will soften, and the muscles will let go, and the body will lengthen. So we're not going far as we come to the next variation of this pose. But as you inhale, just walk your hands back towards your thigh. Turn your chest towards the center space. And exhale, come forwards. Again, for some of us, you're going to be pretty upright, that's okay. For others of us, we're going to have our belly on the floor, that's okay. Wherever the body gets to, allow the body not to be pushed to its degree. So from here I can get my elbows to the floor. But as I did that, I noticed I really used the activation in my muscles to get my elbows to the floor. So you know what, I took them back up again. And maybe during the 90 seconds that we hold this variation of the pose, maybe the elbows will get down, but maybe they won't. So I'm working at releasing the tension in the tissue, that is the muscle, and the myofascia that surrounds the muscle, the ligaments, the tendons that connect bone to bone or muscle to bone. So kind of the duct tape sensation of the duct tape structure of the body. We're just getting a bit into that duct tape. Not so that it causes so much movement that we are not stable, but so that it releases the tension in the over tight spots. If we get overly tight in certain spots, what will happen is that that will pull on another attachment further down or up the chain, causing potential for injury or discomfort. And then from here, as you inhale, come all the way back up. So we have one more variation in this pose, to bring the right hand behind you and the left hand to the knee and just twist to the left. Close your eyes, don't be distracted with what's around you. Be here now. So a really famous American spiritual teacher called Ram Dass really brings this quote alive in his writings and his teachings. Just find it very simple and very effective. And if we find our mind wandering in the practice of Yin, it's nice to use mantras to help us remain focused. So if you adopting the mantra, be here now, helps with that letting go of that clutter, the chatter of the mind. That's a great thing. back to the center. So I'm going to ask you to slowly use your hands to move your right leg and just to cross it as though you're going to cross your legs. And then just take your hand around your right foot, that was your left leg, wasn't it? And slowly use your hand to bring that left leg up. And then slowly extend both legs out in front of you, bring your hands behind you. So all this sensation you're feeling right now in this right side, it's called the rebound, and it's totally good stuff. It just means that we've put a little bit of good stress on the tendons and the ligaments and the muscles in the body. And around about now, it should be starting to dissipate and going away a little bit by bit. So from here, we're going to take the same pose on the other side. So the right leg goes out, the left leg bends. I'm going to guide that left knee to my left outer hip. And so for first view, it looks like I'm just making Upavishta with my legs. But actually, I've got my left leg bent and the top of my foot is flat on the floor. Be really mindful here when you take this pose not to turn the foot out at 90 degrees. So coming around, sitting back on those sit bones, turning the chest to the right leg and slowly walking over that right leg. So remember, go until your body says that's enough. And then stop right there. In Yin, in Yang, we're not in a rush. But in Yin, we're even less of a rush than we are in Yang. So in Yang, there's an element of energy and flow and movement, which is gorgeous. It's my favorite side of the practice for many reasons. But in Yin, it enters our body and our mind into a very different style of practice. So you might find that this is your favored side of practice, depending on your constitution, depending on your body. Or like me, you might find this side of the practice pretty challenging. It requires more internal stillness and focus of stillness. It allows us to really get deeper into our body and our breath and our mind. We are not thinking about the next pose we're going to make in a moment's time. We're just right here. In the current climate, we might be noticing in our lives it's really tough to be present. We might be anxious, concerned, worried, stressed. And all of those worries take us away from the right now. So see if using Ram Dass's mantra can help you a little bit to step away. It doesn't mean all of that stuff will be gone when you come out of your practice, but it means that your body and your mind would have had an opportunity to stop, to pause, to rest. We're here for about another 15 seconds on this side. And then pressing into the hands and slowly walk your hands to the center. So now your chest is facing the center and you're just going to fold back forwards. Remembering you're no rush to get to your deepest variation. You're taking your time, you're arriving slowly. The eyes are closed because that helps us become more inward. So even subtle external influences like the state of your nails or the dust or dirt on the floor can distract your mind's eye, your mind's attention from your inner self. And so the practice of Yin is really mindful in its approach. It, for me, is a really nice entry into meditation. meditation. It allows us to develop the skills and focus needed for stillness. Allowing the body to deepen as it feels comfortable to do so. And you'll most likely notice, if you're not holding too much tension in these poses, that during the space of the 90 seconds that we're holding each of these poses, you'll feel a subtle movement, a soft letting go. Almost like if you imagine you're rock climbing and you've got a partner at the top and you're going down, and they're slowly giving you a bit of rope as you slowly get deeper down. They don't just let you go and you don't fall. It's controlled. This is the same. And then inhale, press into the hands and walk your hands back. So last variation on this side, we're going to take the left hand behind us and the right hand somewhere on this right leg. So if, like me, you might find it a bit of a reach to get to the outer knee, just come and make a bind somewhere on that leg. And press into the sit bones and a soft twist to the left. And the eyes closed. Very little weight in the left hand. Feeling that sense of lift and lightness. We're reconnecting with the mantra if your mind's eye starts to wander. Be here, now. And slowly take some time to de-rotate. And our next pose is going to be Shavasana. We're in no rush to get there. Just move this right leg to the center and maybe cross that right leg. And then just rock onto your right sit bone, grab the left leg and slowly release that left side. Extend both legs out in front of you. And take a moment, allow the body to soften and settle. Windscreen wiping those legs. And then when you're ready, take your time, we're going to come into Shavasana. So bring the back of the pelvis on the floor, extend the legs, turn the palms up to face the sky. Allow your body to settle, and if your back feels a little uncomfortable having just been in those deep forward folds, then just bend the knees here, that's totally fine. Take a lovely breath into the entire body space, and as you exhale, let it go out the mouth. So just kind of real conscious sigh. 2 more like that. Inhale. And allow everything to go. Like you are a rag doll. There's no tension, no tightness left. Feel the back of the body supported by the earth. And allow the breath to naturally flow. As you lie here in Shavasana, take the option of being with that mantra. Be here now. Just notice if your mind has wandered. If you're practicing the mantra, maybe it's drifted off. We're going to be here for about another 45 seconds or so before I start to bring you out. And then before you bring any movement externally into the body, just go back to that breath once again. So just as we arrived into Shavasana, we took a big inhale and a big exhale out of the mouth. Couple more like that. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, allow it to slowly awaken the body, moving the fingers, the toes, rotating the wrists and the ankles. Slowly walking your feet towards your chest so you can hug those knees in close, and a little rock from side to side. And from here, rocking all the way onto one side and pressing yourself up to find yourself back in a comfortable seat. Keep the eyes closed if you can for the last moments. Tuck the chin a little. Bring the palms together in the heart space. Thank you for taking the time to be here now today, to practice and learn with me. I wish you an enjoyable rest of your day, your week, your month. Namaste.